What's good? What's good? What's good in the hood? Welcome back to another episode of the Good in the Hood podcast. I am, as always, your host, Juice. Join this week with a special guest, man. Long time in the making. Get this interview on the way, man. The bro, New Karma, man. What's going on with you, Brody?
Yo, what's good with you, bro? It's good to be on the show. You know what I'm saying? Definitely been looking forward to doing this interview. It's great to be here. Appreciate you, man.
Hey, appreciate you for coming on the show, man. Guys, show love Chicago artists, man. It's all about Chicago. At the end of the day, you feel me?
Sure.
Yeah, man. You been doing this music thing for a while. I actually heard about you through your cousin, man. The world is hella small here in Chicago, so it's definitely dope to stumble upon your music, man. Heard your project Split, and you dropped a few looses this year. Talk about let's get right into it. Like the project Split came out in what, 2019, correct?
Yeah, that was 2019. So Split, that was definitely, it was for real a quarantine project, kind of sort of, but not in the sense of an actual quarantine. We hadn't got to that really, but you know what I'm saying? When I was writing Split and putting that together, I was in a space of, honestly, it was pretty much like the name of it was literally it. It was like a battle with an internal battle and shit. Like, you know, I was kind of like, man, you know, motherfuckers getting old. I gotta get out of these old ways that ain't being progressive and get into newer stuff. But at the same time, it's like you can't just completely let go of what you learned, what you seen, what you've been around. So I was like, damn, it's kind of like, and it feel funny because, you know, all rappers be talking about, you know, they got the two sides. You got the T.I. versus T.I.P., all that type shit. So I was like, but for real, it seemed like it's always like that. So I was like, you know, I want to put a spin on that. And also at the same time, I want to show my versatility as an artist because I'm a big music head to my core. You know what I'm saying? Before I was rapping, I was playing the saxophone. You know what I'm saying? I kind of dabble in the keyboard a little bit. So I'm a music head. So I want to really show on this project like the different types of shit I could do. Because I mean, I started just want to do like super lyrical type shit, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, I enjoy everything from, you know, if it sound kind of poppy, I fuck with, as long as it's, you know what I'm saying, fits my personality. So I wanted that whole project to kind of be different moods and shit. So that's why all of them kind of, it flows cohesively, but none of them are fully similar because everything was based off a mood, you know what I'm saying? So
sure. You said a lot there. I definitely want to get deep into a lot of those things you brought up there. Let's start from the beginning. Like, where did you find your love or passion for music? When did you start learning music?
So with me, I want to say I really kind of got and dabbled into music. So I've been around music, of course, my whole life. A lot of my family is big into music. So, you know, you always hear that shit. But I started playing the saxophone, I want to say I was like maybe like my freshman year in high school. And at the time, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people's like, damn, how you know how to read saxophone music? They're like, you should pursue that. And I was like, I wanted to, but I was like, man, I'm a young nigga, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't think at the time it was a space for jazz musicians, for younger artists, because all the jazz musicians I messed with was all older cats. I'm like, man, maybe this ain't it. So I started actually making beats. And because my saxophone had broke, so I started making beats, and I was like, okay, I'm fucking with this, you know, this is dope. And then, you know, people started like, hey man, let me rap on your beats, woo woo. But then I ain't gonna lie, I was like, damn, this is not like what they was spitting, wasn't exactly what I wanted to hear. And I'm like, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, be that producer to be like, yo, you can't rap on this, bro. So I was like, you know what, let me get into the rapping shit and do it myself, because like I said, I'm a music head. I'm heavy into rap music too. So I was like, it can't be that bad for me. You know what I'm saying? Dabble in the craft and really get an understanding with, you know, the footing I had and the musical experience I had. And I kind of tried to put all that together as far as like, because the first songs I wrote was actually saxophone music. Like I actually wrote it. So I'm already like, I had an idea of melodies, which to me, I really brought that across and Split. Like, you know, I could really put together a full song. Like, it don't just got to be bars. Like, I could definitely rap some shit, but I want it to sound good too. Because it's one thing to be a good rapper, but you got to have a good song too. And that was definitely something I want to focus on.
it's super interesting hearing you started off as a musician, then dabbled into producing, and like, because I always wonder with producers and songwriters, I guess, like, how do you feel when a person who you don't really rock with, or who doesn't really perform on your track how you want it to, like, how do you feel about that? So it's dope to hear you say that, and encourage you to rap. So what in that time in high school, were you making these beats, and who you listening to? What artists you listen to? What's influencing your new rap career sound?
So at that time, let me see. Being honest, I gotta say first and foremost, I was definitely a big Lupe Fiasco fan. You know what I'm saying? Gotta show love to the Chicago artists. I was listening to Lupe. Honestly, I was listening to all the Chicago artists, but Lupe was probably one of the main ones. I was like, yo, this man be rapping. Like when I heard him spit, it's like I never heard somebody that would like say some shit and it sound dope. And I'm like, damn, I don't even know. Like, I gotta look into what he's saying. Like, he making me want to look up some shit. Like, damn, what's going on in other places? You know what I'm saying? Really help you expand your mind and your thought process. And then outside of that, I was definitely, I ain't gonna lie, I was a big Wayne fan back in the day. The hunger that man had, his look, I'm gonna rap on everything. That shit was cold. Cause like you always knew, you heard a new song, you like, Wayne gonna hop on that bitch, bro. He gonna hop on it, go crazy. So
if one here, your ear is like similar to mine there, because like I feel like in that era, those are the two, like those two, Lupe and Wayne, like couldn't go wrong for like a good 4-5 years straight. it was crazy. So once you get into like rapping, like do you find yourself moving away from producing more, or are you comfortable in both lanes now?
I'm not gonna lie, I've definitely moved away from producing. I've been telling a lot of people I really want to get back to it. But since I started focusing more on the music and the lyrics and stuff like that, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of lost my patience for making beats. Like, cause it's like I know what I want. It's like, all right, I hear a sample or something, I hear something like, yo, I want to flip it this way, but I get real impatient to the point where it's like, and it's probably because I was never like really in depth with making beats. Like I got homies that make beats, and they, all right, bro, watch this. They 10 minutes, they do, it's gone. I'm damn, bro, how you even find that? Like, I don't even know where to go. I just know how I want it to sound. So I was like, you know, for now, I'm gonna take a step away from it. But I've definitely been telling people I'm gonna get back to it. I'm actually learning how to really mix and do my own vocals because I want to learn that first and foremost. And then I'm gonna actually double back to the making beats and producing because I'm like, I had a basis in it. It's just I got impatient because I was so used, because with rapping, to me, it's a lot easier because I already know what I want to say. I'm like, all right, let me just think of, you know, a story or a topic or a feeling. And then I can put that straight across. I don't have to scroll through shit like, let me find this sound, let me find this snare. You know what I'm saying? I know how I want my voice to sound, all that.
So when you making the song, like you mentioned, like different topics and stories, and I always find it interesting as far as the writing process goes. You go into, like when you plan that project, you plan a split, for instance, you have kind of the idea of where you were going for sonically, or just hit the production and let the production kind of guide you?
So to be honest, bro, with Split, actually, I want to say with Split and even with my upcoming project, they kind of just came together. Like I had heard a couple songs like with Split. Let me think. The first song actually I wrote and put together for Split actually was the song Split. And that was when I came up with the idea. And I was like, man, I was really fucking with the beat, but it was different. It had like a real kind of dark, quiet sound. I was like, this sound like some dark introduction shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the old school Batman, the lightning crackle, you see motherfucker walk in. But I was like, at the time, I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I was just playing the beat. I'm driving back and forth to, you know what I'm saying, working all that types of shit. And I was just freestyling to it, which is also something different that I didn't do. Because I know a lot of homies was like, yo, I just been freestyling my shit. And I'm like, you know what? Let me, you know what I'm saying, play some beats. And I was just freestyling shit in the car. And I was like, I like how that sound. I like how that hit on the beat. And then I started memorizing. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna keep this, go back, write it down. I'm gonna keep that. And then once I got that full song, and I was like, man, what could be
lyrical exercise? Shout the hoe.
Yeah, facts, real facts. You know what I'm saying? Lyrical exercise. And then when I finished the song, I was like, because I was talking to a lot of my other artists that I know, a lot of local artists that I'm cool with, and they always be talking about, you know, want to show my versatility. Don't never put yourself in a box. So I was like, you know what? That's exactly what I'm put this project about. So to not put myself in a box, each song I tried to make sure I was in the same mindset. Like when I wrote shit like Dizzy, because before I wrote Dizzy, I always used to tell people like I smoke. My birthday 420, so I'm a smoker. You know what I'm saying? But I tell everybody like when it comes to recording and writing, I wouldn't smoke. Like when I freestyle, I smoke because you know what I'm saying, it's real quick with it. But when I'm writing, it was a little harder for me to keep it focused. But with Dizzy, I'm like, I'm gonna do this whole track how I'm recorded how, and that was where the concept came from. And then it just kind of worked out. Honestly, a lot of the sounds and sonically, it just kind of worked out. A lot of it was just spur of the moment. I tried to stick with the feeling, the vibe, and what I thought sounded good to me, because that was really when I was getting into the thought process where I tell people like, man, honestly, as a musician, if you fuck with what you making, then in my opinion, anybody that fucks with you personality wise or fucks with your vision is gonna fuck with your music, whether it's different or not. So I don't always have to come with some super lyrical shit. If I want to come with some smooth shit, like Show Enough or like the song Layup, if a person knows me and my personality, like, okay, this still fits, you know what I'm saying, bro? And it's still something I can relate to. It's still, it still sound good, even when he's not overly spitting bars, you know what I'm saying? It still sounds good to the ear.
Where, and that's kind of a great way I can talk about this topic real quick. And then that's your recent release was you rapped over Drake's Champagne Poetry. Nice little freestyle on SoundCloud. Please check that out. I'm saying follow bro New Karma. And with that freestyle, and of course you went crazy on it. And what you just said right there, talking about how you can balance out being super lyrical and going poppy and just doing a multitude of different lanes. Right. I feel like that's become not more commonplace, but you're seeing that a lot more in artists when artists aren't just being one dimensional. Right. And I feel like that is a big part of the kind of the Drake era, like just knowing that you can do multiple things. True. What do you think about that in comparison to past eras? Do you like, I know certain artists pull it off well, but do you want more artists to explore like that, or do you think artists should stay in their lane?
I feel like as artists, and I tell everybody this is, and this is any type of art, whether it's rapping, singing, drawing, whatever you want to do, never limit yourself. If you feel you want to do it, then do it. Like, you should never, because I actually know a lot of people, and they'll be like, man, I want to do a song like this or a song like that, but I don't want my fan base to be like, why he doing something different? Right. And I tell them, like, you never know, that different sound that you trying, that might be what really take off for you versus you what you think people want to hear, because you don't know what people really want to hear from you. Because I'd have heard plenty artists, what I'm saying, they change their style. And even as a listener, I'm like, damn, why they change their shit up? But then when you really listen to it and break it down, like, you know what, this was still cold. Like, I remember when I first heard 808s and Heartbreaks, when Kanye was doing that. I'm not gonna lie, when I first heard it, because it wasn't the Kanye I was used to, I was like, okay, how do I feel about this?
Yeah, I hated Love Lockdown when I first heard Love Lockdown.
Man, I swear, that's exactly how I felt. I heard it, see the video. I'm like, yo, what is this?
On the real. But Heartless won me over. Heartless brought me back. But like, man, Love Lockdown, that was ugly. I was like, yo, what are you doing?
Yeah, Heartless was definitely a cold one. But now when I go back and listen to that project as a whole, I'm like, bro, the shit is cold, bro. How was I at the time not seeing the genius in that? And that's what it really come down to. Some people ain't gonna see the genius and the artistry until after the fact, and they really pick it apart. You know what I'm saying?
That's what makes hip hop so fluid to me, and more than any other genre, because like hip hop is no rules really. And artists are kind of limited to what their fan bases do. And you got either choose to be safe and keep your fan base, or try to explore and maybe grow and evolve your fan base. Oh, as a music fan, like, separate yourself from an artist if you can for a moment. Like, do you think fans are more fans of the music or of the artist?
Nowadays, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of leans towards more of the artist a little bit. I feel like the kind of need to have super amazing music isn't as big, as long as you're an entertainer. Like, I feel like there's a lot more entertainers than artists nowadays, which is nothing wrong with that, because again, they're entertaining. That's what motherfuckers are supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? People want they escape. You know what I'm saying? So they look at these artists like, damn, they wild. This shit crazy. What they got going on over there? But I'm not gonna lie, with me, to my core, I still am a big music person. Like, I want to hear the shit that sounds good. That's why I always tell people, you know what I'm saying, I listen to every genre. If you got some shit that's a different genre, you think it's cold, send it through, because I be trying to get real analytical with the shit. And I'll be like, okay, so what is it that somebody likes about this? Is it the person's cadence? Is it the beat? You know what I'm saying? The melodies? What's hooking a motherfucker when they listen to this shit? So I can kind of recycle that. Like, okay, so what can I do to strengthen my shit as a whole, to make it more full? You know what I'm saying? So that every aspect is covered, which is something I also try to build and work more on, because You know what I'm saying? Even if you're not a person that's deep in the lyrics, you're not trying to hear bars. I know a lot of people that's like that. They like, yo, that nigga rapping. What'd he say?
Yeah.
That nigga rapping. You don't know shit he said. So I'm like, okay, spit the shit and make it sound good. So even if they not listening, it still sound cold. Like a lot of people that listen to rock, they don't know none of them lyrics. They just know that motherfucker voice sound good.
A great example for that to me, and this is no shade at all, because I feel like homie is super nice. It's like Lil Baby, right? Lil Baby is like the artist of the decade already, and it's only 1 year in. But it's like he don't be saying much, but he just flows so nice and just rides the beat so proper that it's like, damn, this nigga going crazy. He ain't saying shit for real, right. But like, you know what I'm saying, he definitely going crazy.
And I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? No shade to bro, but I definitely felt the same way. Cause I'm like, it's either bro voice or his cadence that got motherfuckers hooked. Cause and it's like I hear him, he do be floating on the motherfucking tracks. Don't get me wrong. But it's like when you listening to what he's saying, it's like, okay, that's okay. He's cool. Saying that.
It's cool.
But you know what I'm saying? Exactly. I learned that different people listen to different shit. I got a homie that he said he'll listen to an artist and he be like, yo, every track he say something that make me laugh, and that nigga cold because of that. I'm like, damn, that's an interesting take. I've never
baby wave.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I've never looked to music to be like, yo, this nigga gotta say something funny. Like, no, I'm gonna listen to Dave Chappelle if I want somebody to make me laugh. But everybody's different. So I was like, you know what, you gotta add them, you know what I'm saying, a little humor to your punchlines here and there to kind of, you know what I'm saying, bring different people in.
100%. When we look at your evolution as you proceed and making music, what's your goal going into the next project? Like, what do you want to? What are you trying to change sonically, if anything, or add sonically?
Man, honestly, with this next project I got coming up, Karma Womack, you know what I'm saying? It's coming out October 13th. Motherfuckers, look after that shit. You know, shout out Bobby Womack, RIP him. And actually, it's dope to not segue too much, but I actually got his daughter had liked one of my pictures when I had tagged, you know what I'm saying, Bobby Womack in it. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna reach out, because you feel me, like that's cold as hell. Like I don't know if a lot of people know about Bobby Womack, but a lot of his music was raw as hell back in the day. And people, you know, music is timeless. If the shit's raw, it's gonna be raw whenever.
And so, I don't want to bring up, I'm saying, the elephant in the room with Bobby Womack. If you watch the Sam Cooke joint, that nigga a legend for real, boy.
Yo, yeah.
I don't know why you trust me so much. That's the name of a song, bro. That's crazy.
The song is wild, bro. I ain't gonna lie. The song is definitely wild as hell. He funny. He a funny motherfucker for that shit.
Talk about humor in the lyrics, boy.
Man, definitely said, I don't know how he trusts me so much. I was like, hey, he kept it a buck. He said, I'm gonna keep my truth in my songs. I'll let you know what I do. But yeah, man, I had his daughter, Gina Janari. She actually reached out, and I was like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? I'm see if I can connect with her. And you know what I'm saying? She actually was listening to my shit. And I was like, damn, that's cold as hell, you know what I'm saying, to fuck with it. And, you know, I told her that was kind of the inspiration for that album, because it actually started as a joke. I ain't gonna stunt. So I'm talking to one of my homies about if you think you lonely now. And I was like, wait until I pipe, girl. I was like, hey, I'm about to flip that shit low key. Funny, to this day, still haven't flipped that beat. I'm still gonna play. I'm playing on it low key. But I was like, you know what? That gave me the idea that, you know what I'm saying? Because I dropped the song Daydream on Split, and that had kind of a smoother tone. I know some people was like, yo, I ain't think you would do smoother shit like that. I'm like, bro, I'm a music nigga. Like, I fucked with everything, you know what I'm saying? I'm bumping the R&B, all that shit, you know what I'm saying? If it sound good, it sound good. And at the time, I was really in my bag of, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? What's a different story, different aspect of me I could tell? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what? I've had some interesting stories, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to females and stuff like that. So I'm like, you know what? Why not put that into some shit? And I'm like, how can I flip? I'm like, fuck it, it's Karma Womack. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to be on my Womack shit, Womack in action. You know what I'm saying? So for this project, I wanted to kind of put the idea of like some smooth shit, but I still want to spit on it. Because I told motherfuckers at the end of the day, I used to be big on, yo, I got to show niggas I can rap. But I was like, at this point, I would love for somebody to think I can't, so I could, you know what I'm saying, I'll spit some shit, because, you know what I'm saying, that's what I like to do. That's why I got into rapping.
So pretty much your new goal is to pretty much not be super lyrical right now and just shock motherfuckers that you are lyrical.
Right, you know what I'm saying? I tell motherfuckers the way I do it, you know, people got punchlines, I go for, you know what I'm saying, some jabs, some little pepper their ass the jab, you know what I'm saying? So they can feel like, damn. And then when you actually go back and look at the lyrics, you might wait, this nigga that was a fucking double, a triple entendre. Like he really was going ham, but it didn't seem like it because it was so many back to back to back, which is low key a kind of a idea that I picked up from M, because I feel like M, when he rap, he does punchline on top of punchline on top of punchline that you like, damn nigga, let me catch up. So I was like, let me just pepper their ass with
even
these.
Lupe,
yeah, Lupe too for sure. And both of them are really how you thinking. So I was like, look, I'm gonna do this Karma Womack shit. I'm gonna still tell a story. And this is also why I put everything together. So I'm gonna tell the story for the motherfuckers that don't want to hear the bars. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make it smooth, something you can ride to, smoke to, you know what I'm saying? Some chill shit. But at the same time, you listen, you like, damn, this nigga spitting some shit too. So I was like, yeah, I'm about to put all this together, man, because I really wanted something smooth, and it's perfect to be coming out around the fall time. You know, it's that chill weather, you know what I'm saying? You ride. So I figure it's the perfect time for it.
I mean, and I guess it's the perfect time to get into like the creation of your name. What is New Karma? What did you develop this name from?
So the story to that is actually a couple pieces to it. So when I first, actually, I'll take it to when I was making beats. So when I first was making beats, I couldn't really think of a name. And as most motherfuckers, I feel like they can't think of a name. I was like, I could just be nameless. But I'm like, nah, man. You know what I'm saying? I need something unique. So I left it. I'm
gonna tell you right now, before you finish, I had a short run as a rapper, right? Very short run. Right. The funniest rap name I ever came up with in my life to this day. I can't believe I actually did this shit. My shit was called Question Mark.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of a name. This shit was Question Mark. My name ain't Mark or nothing. It's just like, it seemed like it should work. The shit was weak as hell. But I get you. So nameless, right. You went from nameless to.
You know what I'm saying? So it started as that. And that was when I was making beats. And then I was like, people was like, yo, you got to get something a little more unique. You don't want no shit that when somebody search your shit, everybody find you. And I'm like, okay. Then I was like, oh, fuck it. What about NK? I was like, I ain't even think of what the fuck the NK stood for at the time. I was just like, I'm gonna just pick two letters and I'll bullshit people when they ask me what it stood for. Then, you know what I'm saying? I realized it's hella fucking artist named NK. I even found a nigga that make beats named NK. I'm like, okay, let me actually put some thought to this shit.
Was NK like a play on ink?
Kind of, sort of, it was. Okay. And then at the time, you know what I'm saying? Because my real name, Cam, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? When you Cam, you instantly get associated with Killer Cam. So I was like, I'm gonna be nameless Killer. I'm like, nah, because then, you know what I'm saying? Niggas gonna expect every bar gotta be about shooting niggas. I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna do it either.
Or computers Putin.
Yeah, right. Computers is Putin. Boogity boop. Yeah, so, and then I was like, you know what? Let me really put some thought and some feeling behind this shit. But I was like, I didn't want to rebrand myself too much because when I first started rapping, it was just NK. So I'm like, what can I do that's NK and still got some meaning to it? So again, a lot of my shit really be by chance, kind of just random thoughts come to my head because I'm an overthinking person. Like I always got a lot of shit going through my head. So I was like, new in Latin is 13. So I'm like, okay, 13 seen as an unlucky number. So I'm gonna put a new meaning on unlucky. So I was like, that's perfect. New in you know what I'm saying? That's still new NEW type shit. And then karma. So you know what I'm saying? It technically would be bad karma if you think about it, 13 karma, but it's new karma. So I'm trying to flip shit around. I was like, this perfect because in Split, it was also me kind of having a look and also internal debate. Like the shit I previously was like, and the person I am to the person I am now. So I'm gonna flip all the shit, the bad shit that was from before into this new person. So I'm like, that's perfect. New karma. I'm changing the bad karma to the new karma. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And putting that flip on the 13 to make it good. So.
That's like literally the definition of rebrand.
Man, definitely.
That's hard as hell, man. And when you look at continuing your evolution, you mentioned how you changed it this time. Are you planning on using more melodies, more harmonies moving forward? Like I know, like you mentioned Kanye and other artists, and these artists change up every album. Is that like inspiration of yours?
That's definitely an inspiration of mine. I really always, my goal is to have each project I sound like some type of evolution in some way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? I feel like on Split, I got to dabble in the aspect of different types of songs, different type of beats. So I gave people, it's almost like a sample platter, you feel me? But actually with this next project, even though it's a shorter project, you know what I'm saying? What I want to do is, because I had some people that told me they didn't fuck with songs like Daydream that was a little smoother, but I had a lot of people say they did because it was like, I didn't think you would do something like that. So I wanted to build on that sound, but still be spitting for the people that really want to hear the bars, hear some rap shit, and pull it from there. But I definitely want to keep evolving, keep finding new sounds. I honestly, one of my plans is to, when I get me a new saxophone, I actually want to do a project like that where I'm actually play the saxophone and, you know what I'm saying, I'll rap with that shit. Because I really want to just keep evolving. I want myself to reach the highest peak I can. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, the limits is only what we make them. So I can keep pushing it. As long as it still sound good, I'm gonna keep pushing, keep growing, keep flipping it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a breath of fresh air, because I like, even though I'm definitely a fan, typically more so of a certain sound. Like I listen to, I don't really not a fan of artists necessarily, because you know artists change up, things happen, and I don't want to be responsible for being a fan of somebody. You know what I'm saying? R. Kelly kind of ruined it, but
man, just talking to one of the homies about that.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I love when artists are experimental, because that allows the fans to then experiment in a way. Like even if I'm a fan of you, you switch up and I don't like it, I found out that, okay, I don't like this sound. I found this out. I don't like this sound. Or if you switch it up and I do like it, oh, I like this sound. This is a sound that I like now. That's definitely a dope experience for a fan also. So it's definitely dope. Do you hold yourself in that kind of role? Do you put yourself in that role of, I want my fans to like this, or do you just say, make it for myself first, and if they like it, that's an added plus?
Initially, when I first was really getting into music, and kind of sort of, it's kind of odd to say, some of the songs in Split I felt that way and some I didn't. So a good example of that, actually, because for instance, the song Dizzy, because ironically, I had to bring it up one more time. So when I made the song Dizzy, to me, the shit was cold on some rapping shit, because I was really flipping some bars, some double entendres, some triples, and then I just did the shit. It was basically my cocky, I'm a rap nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I feel like people didn't want to hear that. Because I was like, nowadays, most of the shit that's hot is going to be some shit, again, it's got some type of melody to it, some smooth shit you could vibe to, you could drive to. So I'm like, how many people really still want to hear a nigga just rapping? You know what I'm saying? Simple beat, just rapping. So originally, I was almost not about to put the shit out. I was going to take that off the project because I felt it was too rap. Like I used to always hear people be like, man, I ain't trying to be super lyrical. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I feel that. And I kind of thought that song was that. But then at the same time, while I was putting a track list together, I was like, but at the end of the day, that was when I came with that concept. I fuck with this shit. I personally thought the shit was cold. So again, anybody that's a fan of me, because every song a motherfucker make, it's a piece of you. So if you 100%. Fuck with my music, then you technically, in an extension, you fucks with me. So if I do some shit that's different and I fuck with it, you can at least understand where it's coming from. Even if you don't like everything, you could like an aspect. Like some motherfuckers only listen for the beat. Some people, okay, I fuck with that beat. Or, you know what I'm saying, they look for the bar. So shit like that. So with that project was definitely a little of both. Now, I would say it's still kind of, I'm making stuff I feel sounds good to me. But in the extension, I feel like the people that fuck with me, they're going to be able to understand, you know what I'm saying, the thought process, the beauty behind that shit. Right. So it's kind of both at the same time, low key.
Well, and to that point, I must go back and just be a hypocrite to myself real quick and contradict myself real quick, because when you put it like that, I am a fan of artists when they do it from an authentic place. When you can tell it's from an authentic place, and they're not trying to, I'm not trying to make this sound because this was hot right now. I'm making this sound because I'm experimenting. I feel like as a fan, you have to appreciate that. There's no way to knock that. Like if you're just trying to like steal a style or do some shit that's already popping, that's when it's like, I can't rock with this, man. What you're doing right now. So I appreciate you putting some words. That's definitely that's the perfect way to put it, I feel like. And going back to Split, also mentioning those tracks, like only 3 collaborative tracks on that project. Do you see yourself doing more collaborations in the future?
That's actually something I've been doing, because honestly, I'm one of the, I'm still one of those people that see rap as like a competitive thing, which is why I enjoy it, because I'm a competitive nigga. Whether it's, you know what I'm saying, hooping, I ain't no motherfucking college hooping nigga, but I'll hoop with some niggas like I'm a real, look, I'm out there trying to do my shit. But at my core, I'm a competitive nigga. So I still see the competition when it comes to rap. So I'm down to work with whoever or do more songs, but I will say when it comes to projects, I kind of be picky about who I pick and choose, because I'm also impatient as fuck. So I'm the type of person, when I'm ready to drop some shit, I'm ready to go. So, and I got to remember, you know, everybody's process to writing shit is different. So I be trying to be patient with that. So I'm definitely open to work with people. You know what I'm saying? If they ready to work, I'm more than ready to. If motherfuckers send me some shit and I fucks with it, it's definitely getting sent back quickly with something.
For sure. And we mentioned that, like, I appreciate artists who collaborate, who even artists who don't as well. Like, I appreciate just the art of it. So, like, if I know some artists do not listen to music outside of their own. Some artists don't listen to hip hop. If they make hip hop music, what do you listen to other than yourself on your free time?
Man, it's so much shit. In the same way, my music, I say I go off of mood. What I listen to is definitely based on my mood. Like I could wake up in the morning, we listen to some Erykah Badu, you know what I'm saying, some smooth, soulful shit. To, you know what I'm saying, be at the gym working out and be listening to some rock type shit like some Linkin Park. Cause so I listen to so much shit, bro. It's kind of hard to put a hold on. I'm actually even getting into new shit that I hadn't heard. I even heard, you know what I'm saying, some shit motherfuckers put me on to that I had never heard. Like, I don't really know all the genres of like rock and shit, but like some of my homies that put me on to that, I'm like, damn, this shit actually sound good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I could see why people fuck with it. And I honestly, it's hard to put a hold on it, but I will say everyday music, I'm always listening to some rap because I'm a motherfucking hip hop head to the core. So I'm always listening to some shit and really still learn. I'm a student of this shit, bro. So I like to listen to other motherfuckers that I code with it in their own way because I get to be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? That's a different aspect of the rap shit I didn't even look at. That's another way a motherfucker really do some shit.
Oh, shit.
So I gotta listen to my rap shit and I gotta listen to some soul music every day again, like Erykah Badu. It's one of my favorite singers, so I'm down to listen to Erykah every day.
So what current rappers, what current R&B singers, what's in your current rotation?
Man, let me see. Like current rappers, I say I definitely fucks with my man's Isaiah Rashad as far as like newer rappers. He Cole, you know what I'm saying? Kendrick, Cole, them niggas definitely be spitting some shit. And also what as far as like artists trying to do different shit and expand themselves, all of them kind of have that aspect too, which is something I fuck with. Like you don't know for sure what you gonna get out of their ass on the song. Like, you know, Kendrick with the top of the moment, like the shit was funny, but I'm like, damn, that shit got, you see how it stuck in motherfuckers' head, and that's all they talking about. Like,
I need him to stop playing around and drop that project too, man. He
man,
I'm 2017, a long ass time ago.
Yeah, man, they definitely would have motherfuckers waiting. But that's what I'm like, man, I'm trying to get to that point that even if I wait, I can still keep that love. Like one of the other motherfuckers that got hella love, like Bobby Shmurda when he was locked up. I ain't never seen nobody keep the type of love he had while he was locked up. Like his fan base is different. Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, he don't even have to put shit out. People love this man. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like, what did he do?
Hey, man.
But man, yeah,
he did some things for sure.
Man.
But how about Chicago? How about Chicago artists? Chicago artists you thinking about linking with or inspired by?
Honestly, well, definitely inspired by, and also listen to. I don't want to lead because there's so many people I listen to. I can't really name them all. But I definitely listen. Right now. You know what I'm saying? Saba going crazy. You know what I'm saying? I still remember one of my homies put me on the Saba music because he actually knew him and shit. And I was like, damn, I'm listening. I'm like, damn, this shit cold. And then I realized this was an older joint, so I had to catch up. This probably about 3 years back. So I'm playing catch up. I'm damn, bro, been going crazy. And then all the shit he dropped now is dope. So I definitely fuck with Saba, Pivot. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Squeak.
R.I.P. Squeak forever, man.
You know what I'm saying? Let's see who else. Really, I'm a fan of damn. Well, I don't want to say a fan. I will say I'm a fan because I'm a fan of music. You know what I'm saying? I like good music, so I fucks with a lot of artists in Chicago. Mick Jenkins, you know what I'm saying? Even with the drill shit, I listen to a lot of niggas. Dirk, you know what I'm saying? They be going crazy on some of their songs, but
yeah. So it's crazy seeing how the Dirk is like damn near the biggest rapper in the game. It's kind of crazy.
That man, hilarious as hell. I don't think motherfuckers that's outside of Chicago see it the same way people from here do. Cause it's like, damn, I didn't think this motherfucker would end up being like the next face of Chicago. So you feel me?
Didn't see that happen.
I was like, what?
Got Chance out the paint fast.
Right. Chance was just that. I'm like, damn, this shit crazy to the point that he got everybody asking about him. Like, motherfuckers think everybody's from the South Side because of this man. Like, motherfuckers be asking me, you know, Lil Durk? Like, what, bro? That's not how Chicago work, man.
On the real, and as you continue to grow as an artist, and I'm sure that you're looking for that next step. Do you see yourself staying independent route, or would you prefer a major kind of situation?
That's been an idea I kind of toyed around with, kind of thought about, and I was like, as long as I can keep full control over what I'm doing, I can keep doing shit in the way that I see fit, because I feel, and it's kind of the artist in me, you know what they say, artists be sensitive about their shit. So I feel like, again, I trust my vision of how I see shit. So I don't want nobody to tell me what I should do, or you shouldn't do this type of song, or you shouldn't do that. So as long as I keep full control, I honestly go either way. The independent stuff definitely will work a motherfucker. Don't get you wrong, but it's definitely good because it's almost like your child. You growing this whole brand yourself from the bottom up. You know what I'm saying? Right. So anybody that's on their hustle, you know how that shit feel like, bro. I'm putting blood, sweat, and tears into this shit. So to hand it over to somebody else, like, okay, now you control New Karma, like, nah, this is me. You know what I'm saying? This is me to my core. So either one could, as long as I can still be me and control my shit, I could go either route for real.
That's real. It's real to have that confidence in your music as well. Because like I've got people who are scared of the major. It could be just completely just out of a fear thing, and
right.
You got to be able to trust your business plan. So that's definitely dope.
Get that mindset.
And I gotta ask you, as a Chicago artist, man, because we talk about Chicago music a lot recently. And what city, like outside of New York, outside of LA and Atlanta, do you think would be over Chicago, if any? Is Chicago still top 5 city in hip hop city?
Definitely. Chicago got to be top 5.
Chicago is the sound now, damn near. So I guess
it is definitely the sound. Man, it's another thing the homies be talking about. Yeah, like everybody's the lingo, the sound of the music in general.
They saying tweaking that, like tweaking is a
like
word.
I've been seeing that, like I'm seeing it on social media, like everybody like, damn, you tweaking. Like I'm hearing motherfuckers in other areas talking about shorty. I'm like, damn.
I'm saying shit in grade school, like tweaking,
right?
That's crazy.
So it's funny to see that, because I remember, you know what I'm saying. I know as a motherfucker that listen to hip hop, you remember when New York was the wave of hip hop. Everything was New York.
New York is so dry right now.
And I've been saying, I'm like, that's it, because I was such a big New York hip hop fan to the point. I remember when I first was rapping, I definitely sounded like every one of the New York niggas. Like I was heavy on the
50 era. Like
man, going stupid, bro.
Everybody was part of G Unit.
Everybody, G Unit, Dipset, all the motherfuckers had. Man, they was controlling the world, but now definitely
New York is just Buffalo.
It's definitely just Buffalo. And shit, the motherfuckers that doing a drill sound, that UK drill joints, I hear that a lot. I'm like, damn, it's not.
That's a sound I can't get with. I can't get with the UK drill shit too much. I get it, I guess I'm saying, but man, everybody wants to sound like Pop Smoke now.
That's the one thing. Like when Pop Smoke did it, and I was like, okay, this is bro's sound.
Yeah, he mixed it with like some 50 years. He made it sound like New York.
He made it sound unique. But then I hear so many people, and it's like they seem like, oh, this is an open door. Let me step in. You know, he let this motherfucker open. So, and I'm like, I mean, I can't get with it, but to each his own. Whatever works for them. You know what I'm saying? But I can't put myself like, I'm gonna just be like this. This is all I'm gonna do because this sound is what's hot right now. Like I gotta do to me what sounds good. But to go back to your question, because I segue far as hell and get lost.
Good conversation.
But so. The next closest thing, and I really got to say this just off how much people are going up right now, I would have to say Atlanta, because Atlanta has a lot of different sounds right now, but all the different sounds, it seems like motherfuckers fuck with, from the Young Thugs to the Lil Baby, you know what I'm saying? Even if you want to get on some spitter shit, you got JID, you know what I'm saying? Like, Earth Gang, damn, that sound like a new Outcast, low key in a way. It's like, damn, they got so much shit going on. So if I want to say any other area that's going crazy right now, I have to say Atlanta. But Chicago definitely runs.
And Atlanta's run. If you think about how long Atlanta's been like bussing, like it's crazy. Man, like go back to like 98, like Outkast, Soul Train Award. Like,
so they've been working at it. They definitely been
Ludacris, like, even though he stole from Oak Park, you know what I'm saying? Ludacris definitely from Oak Park, Illinois.
Right. He said, no, I'm in the 8 now. You know just like shit, Soulja Boy, he is he has.
I don't know. I'm salty about that. Like, I hate the fact that Atlanta trying to claim Kanye now. Like, I'm not like, chill out. Even they claim, I
They
can't
can't.
have.
No,
He
hell
might
no. They
have been
can't take
born
it.
there, but he moved there like at 3 years old.
Right. You know what I'm saying? They trying to take away everything. No, Chicago got this.
So I was mad as hell in that Benz Stadium. Like, go come in Soldier Field. He came in Soldier Field. I was like, all right, good shit, yeah.
Right.
Shit.
I appreciate that. That show he really was trying to bring the love back home. And I definitely appreciated that shit.
I can say a lot of shit about Kanye. You know what I'm saying? He did wild, but like I respect that. And like mentioning Kanye, we gotta talk about like I want to talk not his album, but going back to your freestyle with Champagne Poetry.
Mm-hmm.
What made you get on that record? What about that beat? Because like a lot of artists get on that beat right now. Freddie Gibbs just killed that shit. Lupe killed that shit.
Crazy.
And yeah, you did your thing on that, man. You killed that shit. Like, what inspires you on that beat? What about that beat is pushing the lyricist to say, let me go ahead and tap this real quick?
Man, two things. Because first off, the sample, you know what I'm saying, off the Masego, I fucks with his music, and as a saxophone player, of course, I gotta fuck with, bro.
Oh yeah, and sax. There we go.
I'm not gonna lie. When I heard his music, I'm like, damn, if I would have stuck with it, I could have been, because I'm seeing how he flipping that shit to be a young motherfucker doing the jazz shit. He's still flipping on the hip hop shit.
He freaking out.
Going crazy. So, you know what I'm saying? That was the first part caught my ear. And with me being a saxophone player, I ain't gonna lie. Anything jazzy catch my ear real quick and be like, hold on, what the fuck?
Yeah, man.
And then, you know what I'm saying? I listened to Drake. He did his shit on there. I heard Freddie Gibbs on. That was really what, because I had heard the beat and I was using it honestly for like kind of like you say, the lyrical exercise. I like to just write in my free time to some shit. I might not even use or freestyle some shit either way. So I was gonna use it for that. And then I just happened to listen to that motherfucker. And I'm like, you know what? I gotta spit on this motherfucker. Fuck it. I gotta go crazy, because after seeing Freddie Gibbs with crazy, I'm like, look, man, this let me go ahead and put my shit on there, because I don't even be wanting to put out shit on like other people beats like that. But that one I just had to.
And I like that happens like once, maybe twice a year when a certain beat comes out that artists got to rap on. Like, man, I missed that. I missed that era, low key. Like, I know
exactly
in this era, it's kind of like not fun to do because one, you can't put that shit on many streaming services. So I get why artists don't do it anymore. Right, but man, when Wayne and them niggas just attack on every just take over nigga songs, like that shit used to be the funniest shit to me.
And that's really the same kind of feeling I had. Because again, I like the competition of rapping. Like I said, when I heard, you know what I'm saying, Drake rapped on it, then Gibbs rapped on it. Everybody, I'm like, okay, so this is what this is. Okay, I'm gonna put my head in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Let me, what you talking about? So I definitely wanted to put some in. And I also noticed that a lot of motherfuckers, they didn't go to the second half. So I'm like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? I'll flip it up a little different on the second half too. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, like one of my homies, like, bro, you should have kept going, because I actually did have more to that. But I was like, nah, I think I've been rapping too long. Let me stop this.
Do you see yourself like? Do you see yourself trying that in the future anymore, or is it just like it has to spark that inspiration?
I'm not gonna lie, because I've definitely rapped on other motherfucking shit, I just haven't put it out, because again, if it's a beat that's cold, or if I hear another artist like to the point I fuck with the song so much, it pushed me my pen to go. Because again, I'm a competitive rap nigga. If I hear your shit, I'm like, damn, this motherfucker going crazy. Like this shit he's spitting, like, oh, them motherfucking punchlines hit him.
If the saxophones what inspires you, man, I definitely suggest you check out some Thundercat beats and some
oh man, Thundercat definitely go crazy. I definitely listen to bro. So I randomly came across Thundercat, Ninth Wonder. Who else you just say?
I said Flying Lotus. I said
Flying Lotus. Yeah, actually,
course,
I think
the one for me though is
Knowledge from Flying Lotus, low key.
Like I feel like every person in the world should listen to Knowledge albums. Like Knowledge albums is the best shit in the world to just drive to. Like that shit just be it. Knowledge beats is crazy.
Crazy. Yeah, Thundercat definitely been going crazy, and Flying Lotus, man, they production is they got the type of production that just make you really kind of get lost in the space.
Real shit. Real shit.
Like, you get to picture they shit, like, and that's low key actually what I've been trying to do more with my music. Like I want to make my shit more vivid, which is why I kind of reference that shit a lot with my bars. Like I'm painting pictures and shit because I want people to visualize my thought process. And that's also another thing that this Womack project, my plan was each song was to have a certain image in mind. Like I'll picture something in my head. I'm like, all right, let me see if I can, you know what I'm saying, express my vision, my image, the emotion, and how people see that shit, which I don't know if people peeped it. It was kind of like a low-key sort of thing. So with the song Layup, I actually put the screenshot of a message of somebody I let hear the shit before I released it.
Layup was a bot, by the way.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That was the whole plan. Was that was like, yo, I want to make something that's like some feel good shit, but I'm low key want to still be me, like, and still be on some cocky shit, talk my shit on some rap shit. You know what I'm saying? And to be able to put that across and then to send it to somebody like, hey, so what do you get from this when you hear it? You know what I'm saying? To be like, oh, this some feel good shit. Like, that's crazy, because it definitely has the feel good sound. But if you listen to some of the shit, I'll say it's some cocky ass shit.
For sure. It's definitely the harmony, the repetition of the hook, like all that shit kind of just creates the groove, so you can just sneak in and get your shit off in the verse
real quick. I like that. I definitely like that kind of that aspect of the music game. You know what I'm saying? Because it's definitely something that gets you going. And with that being said, that's also why I think I wanna, because like you said, I do miss the era of the Wayne and everybody rapping on beats and shit, to really show your shit. You know what I'm saying? To be like, look, if I was on this beat, this what you would have got. You feel me?
I'm still mad at niggas. Like, there's some beats like on the Donda album. Like, man, no one's gonna rap over these beats. Like, this is like, I miss that era for that reason. I remember like when Kingdom Come came out, like it was like damn near a week, maybe a month later, we heard Lil Wayne on Those What You Got. I was saying, right. Oh shit, like, here we go, nigga. Like, got a whole about to pay. Like, I was saying, Blueprint 3 dropped, DOA, he owned that shit. Run this
that
town.
Shit quickly.
Like when what's his name? Jay Electronica dropped Exhibit C. The whole industry killed that Millie. Like, and niggas got Lil Wayne back with that Millie shit, because niggas had to rap on the Millie.
Man, had to. You could not hear Millie and not want to spit. Man, to this day, if I hear that beat, it's like, you just got to look at yourself like, are you a rapper?
Little freestyle real quick.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You can't rap and not spit on the Millie.
But going back to Karma Womack, which is you see this coming out this fall?
Yes, sir. October 13th, 10/13. I had to keep another real quick 13. Thing. I had to keep the 13 in there, which that was also an accidental thing, because Split was not originally gonna be 13 songs, and that's actually why I was like, damn, that's crazy as hell. How I fucking knew 13. Numbers, I did 13 track. Wasn't even thinking about the shit, but yeah. So I had to do October 13th. You know,
to Larry June, man, numbers.
Yeah, definitely numbers. You know, Larry June be going crazy. Shout out, bro.
And with that, I want to just dive deep into the idea of that project one more time. So, are you doing more melodies on this project? Is it more soul samples? What is the Womack effect gonna sound like?
So, with the Womack project, it's a mixture of all of that. Honestly, it's a lot. You know, I got some songs where I got into the melodic bag. And then also some songs where I got into some soulful shit. But honestly, the whole plan of the Womack project, honestly, is the image and the feeling you get behind each song. Like, every song has so much, you know what I'm saying, imagery that you will get from it when you listen to it. And especially even, you know, from the few people that have heard the songs that they've heard, you know what I'm saying, me testing that reaction, because I really want to make sure what I was getting across got across for people that didn't know what the fuck the song was going to be about.
Right.
I like to have that unbiased ass opinion. Like, I send my music to motherfuckers that don't even listen to rap music. I'm like, all right, so how does this make you feel? You know what I'm saying? What do you picture in your head if this was a video? So I really want to get in my bag with that. You know what I'm saying? Get on some soulful shit. So it's a lot of shit you gonna feel, from like kind of some throwback shit to almost like the era when motherfuckers had the samples, like not like the Pretty Ricky type shit, but that type of sound on some shit, but not on that type shit. But I wanted to bring back a lot of old feels, hence why Karma Womack. I wanted to bring back the real soulful shit.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
That's hard. And with that, like you mentioned videos, you plan on doing more videos of this project? You plan on performing this project more, with the world being fake open?
Man, fake open for real, bro. So with the world being fake open, I'm definitely trying to get back on it with this quarantine time. I had got away from doing shows. I'm trying to get back to it now. So I'm definitely going to be shooting videos for show, man, because that's another thing I put back with the fucking world closed. There's so much video. Even for Split, I was supposed to do, and shit got pushed back and all types of crazy shit. But I'm about to get back to it. I definitely going to get more visuals. You know what I'm saying? Because I also feel like, you know what I'm saying, I'm a real behind the scenes type of motherfucker, but I'm a real low key nigga. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I do want to get more visuals, because it's a very big importance to be able to put image to a motherfucker's mind. You know what I'm saying? Even whether it's cover art, whether it's the video, but the video, I remember motherfucking 106 in Park, and I remember songs that made me fuck with the song just because of the video.
Facts.
So just
100%.
off that, I gotta do it. You
100%.
feel me?
I hate Jay-Z's Girls to this day, but that video was raw as hell.
Man, video going crazy. You can't hate this shit. You just like, fuck it, I'll play this video one more time.
But shit, man, with that being said, bro, I appreciate you coming on the show, bro. Got a nice in-depth, I'm saying, look into you, saying the creation of Split and what's coming forward with Karma Womack. Please tell everyone where they can follow you, where they can find your music and your projects at, bro.
Facts. So, you know what I'm saying? Look me up on IG, NU_Karma, KARMA. On all social media, just look me up, New Karma, NUKARMA, Spotify, Apple Music. I'm everywhere. Look up my shit. Definitely, you know what I'm saying? Listen to my music. Really, you know what I'm saying? For everything, sonically, the bars, I got all that shit for you. So check me out.
Yeah, give bros follow us up on SoundCloud as well, because that Champagne Poetry is on there and it's smoking.
Yes, sir. Check out that Champagne Poetry. Motherfuckers going crazy.
Absolutely, man. Always, man. I'm your host, Juice. Follow me on Instagram at Juice in the Hood, Twitter at Juice in All Hoods.
Shout out Juice in the Hood.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Follow the pod at Good in All Hoods on Twitter, Good in the Hood pod on Instagram. Until next time, man, please stay good in the hood.
Yes,
my
sir.
dog. Appreciate you, buddy.
Appreciate you.